So like to request that.
there are a lot of movies out this year for sure that were, I think, really good. I haven't seen great. Like in years previous, I was able to easily, my hands down, my favorite movie of the year so far. You're not touching it.
I have that.
You do have that. Okay, good.
Easily hands down.
Okay, I don't
Great.
have that yet this year, but because I'm going through all these lists of the ones that I like, and I was like, well, that could be up there. I really enjoyed that one. But I want to keep the chat room open for this one because I want to see what people are thinking. I want to see if there's an overwhelming number one for everybody. Like, we're not doing a top 10 list. Those we'll do at the end of the year for sure, like we always do. But this is just going to be right now. I mean, if you want to mention it, it's in between this and this. If you feel that way, then that's something, because whatever lands on my favorite right now could change tomorrow because it may be something that I haven't seen yet. Or maybe
something hits you differently. You see it again.
Or I see it again. So this is just as of today, what everyone thinks their number one movie is, and we'll go into it a little bit too. And what I'd also like to get is the audience's opinion for us. Like if we hear a movie that we have out there and you agree with it, did you like it? Have you not seen it? Do you want to see it? All that. Let's start a conversation here, and also start it not only in the YouTube comments, but start it on Twitter. #CloudLive. You're watching on the replay. Let's have a conversation about it. So tell me your favorite movie, what you have going on. Let's start with the booth. We're going to start with Mr. Cody Hall. Cody, you got a favorite movie so far this year?
Mike's broken.
Sounds good. All right.
Uh-oh.
Perfect. All right. How about Copster? We'll start with Copster and we'll get you.
It's the same, Mike. All right, hold on.
There it is.
Is it still?
Yeah.
There you
Cody,
go.
don't touch
You're
it. Go ahead, Cody.
I'm going to go with The Endless. Have you guys heard about this
No,
movie?
tell me about it.
It's an independent movie about a couple brothers. Hold on, let me cut to myself.
You're saying N as in the letter or end?
Endless.
Endless.
A couple brothers who escape a cult when they're kids, and then they return to the cult.
And who's in this movie?
The directors, Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, and it's great.
And your favorite movie of the year?
It's one of them.
What would be another one that's close to be up there and you might battle with it if you had a list that you were going to do at the end of the year?
Hereditary, Searching, 8th Grade, those ones.
Yeah, those are good ones. A few of those are on my potential list. Let's go over. Alex always has very, very different opinions on movies. So
You can't even find the end list on IMDb. It's literally not even coming up.
No. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Endless.
Endless.
Oh, endless.
Yeah, you would just say the end list?
Yeah.
No,
endless.
ENDLESS.
I like the sound of what the end list would be about.
Cody's got pretty good taste in movies.
2017 movie.
Yeah, Alex.
Perry and Haley interviewed them too here.
All right. Yeah. So it's the other reason I put a whole bunch of names on the list, because if someone takes the one that I like, then I'll put another one out there that I was considering as well too. Brett, you've seen 3 movies this year out of the 3 of those movies.
I called my wife on the way here because I was like, oh shit, I got to remember this, and she named off a bunch of movies that we had seen or I had seen, and one stuck out.
And what's that?
And people are gonna think I'm joking here, but Won't You Be My Neighbor for me was
Yes, no one's
I don't think
thinking
anybody thinks you're joking.
well, everybody thinks I'm joking all the time about everything.
But yeah.
That one, I mean, I saw it with my mom, and it was very emotional because she tells me stories of me just like that was my show every day. After I'd sit down in front of that, and I would talk to him. I
Do you not remember that?
answer him. No, I don't remember it, but I remember loving the show.
Well, when the the director came in, and I think like one of his producers, maybe. Do you remember when he came in? The director of who directed that documentary. I fanboyed out so hard because Mr. Rogers from Pittsburgh, and that was my show growing up too. I mean, that was everything to every Pittsburgher. The point of pride is the fact that Mr. Rogers from Pittsburgh is everything in the city of Pittsburgh. So when I met that director, I was like, I just want to thank you.
I was standing next to you when you were
like, thank you so much, and he was just like, yeah, no problem. And then when he left, I put my arm around him. He's like, yeah, no problem.
Okay, so let's move back to
beautiful movie.
Beautiful.
Yep. I want to move back to the booth. I'm going to save it for you because I know you got a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So let's go. Let's start with Alex. Alex, you probably have one too. What's your favorite movie of the year right now?
It's a close tie between a few, but if I had to pick one, it would be Black Panther.
Black Panther is a good one.
Good.
It's funny you forget how that movie came out
This
year.
year.
February
It's crazy.
2000.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's on my potential list of ones to choose.
Yeah.
But so what was it about Black Panther that you're putting it that high up on your list, Alex?
It's a great action movie, and also just the whole thematics of tribalism, and especially as a Filipino who's never really gone home like that often. It's just like I related.
That's a cool way
It
to look at
resonated.
it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Clop.
Hi.
Hey, Fred.
I too really loved Hereditary. It's between that. Suspiria is really really great. It's a great
Really?
remake. And geez,
Predator.
I actually really did love Predator, but it's not going to go in my top 10. But yeah, those Hearts Beat Loud is great. Love Simon. It's really good too.
Love Simon.
Really
Simon's
on my list.
probably my
Love
top
Simon.
2 or
Yeah,
Yeah,
three.
Love Simon's on my list as
It's
well.
so good.
And Annihilation. Annihilation's up there for me.
that
feel like-
ending, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Great
feel-
ending.
Ending is
That's just your
awesome.
opinion,
Yeah.
Roxy.
That is.
That is, I have a
Roxy,
different opinion.
He just has a different opinion.
I get that, man.
It's wrong.
So crazy.
Right.
Hey, Copster, I didn't love Hereditary.
Oh, I don't
you
like
did-
you, Brett.
I thought Hereditary
like-
was good.
That was that
Nah,
one that
I didn't
Beardo
see it.
forced me to go to. That's one I did for the Wangers, right?
Yeah.
Cops
And what did you think
Yes, sir.
about it?
That movie,
What did you think about it?
I did not like that movie.
Come on, Poof. Yeah.
Listen, do I think it's good? Okay, maybe. I mean,
And
it was
by
more.
the way, I want to make this. I was referring to the poof on his hair because I know in
Yes.
some cultures
Okay.
that
Yeah.
is derogatory. I was talking about the poof on his hair.
I got you.
I
Yeah.
think that Hereditary was a pretty well done movie. There was some like crazy jump scares, and it scared the hell out of me. And now that I've seen 2 horror movies this year, and I can see the polar opposites of awesome and terrible.
What was the other one?
The Nun.
Oh.
Yeah.
I really I appreciate Hereditary for what it did, as far as it was a well done, thought out horror movie
Yeah.
that scared my pants.
Tony
off.
Did you see
Colette's-
Quiet Place?
Yeah, I wasn't scared
you
by
wouldn't
that. I'm
call
not
that a
scared by
horror movie?
monsters. I'm not
Yeah,
scared by
Tony
monsters.
Collette is being
Good for you.
talked about heavily for
For
her
Best
work in
Actress.
Hereditary. Yeah.
Her
So
performance
did you-
is incredible.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
think that? Did you like Hereditary?
Yeah.
You did like her.
I liked Hereditary fine. I
Okay.
thought it was good. I love her. She was great.
Yeah,
in it.
performance-wise, yeah.
Yes.
It was I don't like slow burns, and I don't
Okay.
like, I mean, and I know Copster, a lot of some of the ones he suggested that I had to review were kind of very slow, or The Witch and things like that.
Yeah,
and,
Like
you know,
Queen.
the Lobster.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's one
I
of my
did like
favorite
I did
movies.
like The
Oh.
Lobster. I really love The
So
Lobster.
good.
Yeah.
Well, that guy, the director, actually did the Favorite.
I need to see that.
I haven't
one.
seen it.
I
I've
I
heard-
have it, and I
I
need
heard
to
good
watch
things.
it. I hear it's people are raving about
Can
it.
I
Yeah.
watch it after you? Can I
Maybe,
come?
perhaps.
I gave you the DVD.
Can
I know that's why I'm considering it.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go. Let's move on over to Mark Sodius Ride Elias.
God, this is tough.
Yeah.
This is tough. There's a few. Hereditary gets a mention. I love it. A Star is Born. I do love that movie, but I'm not putting it up there as my
love it
favorite
too.
just yet. And maybe it's because I just saw it,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It is something I've walked out of, and I still think about it for like the pure enjoyment of it. The idea that the animation was so awesome.
Yeah.
It had a lot
The
of
different
heart.
story has so much heart. I'm going Spider-Verse
You're
right
gonna
now.
go Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I
get
love
it.
that
and
movie.
I'm not going to put it my number one because you did. Because it was,
I figured,
I was
and-
fighting with it. It's up there for me. It's
yeah.
I think I know what your number one is. I'll be surprised if it's not.
I don't even know what it is yet. I'm looking at all these things too.
Yeah, it's hard. I also
Yeah.
wanted to give a shout out to Upgrade because that kept jumping into my head.
I gotta
as
watch
well.
that one.
I
watched.
love
I
that
just watched
movie.
that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makuga?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna. My movie experiences is all about enjoyment.
Yeah.
Okay. I did like 8th Grade. I like all of these ones that
really
you guys
good.
have all talked about, right? I really enjoyed A Quiet Place. That one stuck me for a while. But as far as full movie enjoyment, the most enjoyment I got at the theaters, the most enjoyment I've seen, rewatchability factor,
Creed 2.
Game night.
Yeah.
I
Was that
love
I
this
just
year?
watched
Yeah,
that for the first
2018.
time this week.
Oh.
It was so good.
that was fun.
It is like it's a throwback to those ticking clock comedies
Yeah,
that has
it
a
was.
lot of physical bits, but it's also all about jokes. It has a ton of heart. The ending, the like post credit / ending to it was absolutely fantastic.
The relationships were cool.
The relationships were great. The characters were really well done. I thought it was the best comedy of the
was
year.
funny.
And I really, really enjoyed Game Night. It's a great date night movie. It's again has great rewatchability factor. I can't say enough about how much I enjoyed Game Night.
It was totally great.
I get it. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's really good. And
It's
it's,
fun.
and I can if I had to guess, if anybody in this room was going to take Game Night as their number one, it would be you.
Right.
Do you liked it better than Blockers or?
I enjoyed Blockers, but I definitely like Game Night more. Blockers
There's a couple
was fun.
good comedies
but-
that came out
Yeah,
this
there were.
year.
That was when I actually texted Christian because my wife and I were trying to decide between Blockers and Game Night,
Game
and you
Night.
said they were both.
I think they're both good. I like
can enjoy the
Blockers a
hell
little
out of
bit
both
better,
of them.
I
but,
like
but you
Blockers
can
better,
enjoy
too.
but, like,
Yeah.
the scene with the dog in Game
Yes.
Night is one of the funniest
Oh,
scenes
the
of
neighbor?
the year.
The-
Easily. The
Yeah.
neighbor, the cop
Yeah, oh.
from
Incredible.
He's
So
so
good.
good from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You just want to help and fix
Yeah.
it. You just
Yeah, he's
can't.
great.
And
I
on a
have-
completely different scale,
Yeah, what?
Black Klansman. really
Great movie.
Really
Such a good
stuck with
movie.
me. I
Yeah.
really
Black
enjoyed Black
Klansman was
Klansman.
so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Whoa.
Black Klansman is on.
I think that's my top 10.
That's on. It could be in my top 10.
It's in my top 10 for sure.
There's a couple of them that I was circling around as I'm writing all the ones that I really like this year. I was circling around Overlord.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know you liked that
I
much.
love Overlord.
That's great.
I didn't
Really,
see it.
it was really good. A lot of fun. Spider-Man would probably, if Riley didn't take it, it'd probably be a harder one.
Yeah.
To fight with.
I feel like yours should be so obvious. You raved about it
I
so
think I'm
much.
going Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
your favorite
Okay.
movie of the year.
I really think it is, and because I have the screening of Bohemian Rhapsody, and the other one I was going to go with was Green Book. Those were the two movies I was going back and forth, and I said, my wife has seen Green Book already, but she hasn't seen Bohemian Rhapsody. But I said, if my wife hadn't seen either one, and I had to watch another one right away, what would I watch? And I would take Bohemian Rhapsody. I just think that it's a concert film. I mean, it really is, and it doesn't dive as deep as a lot of people want it to. I loved it. Avengers is up there for me too. Infinity War. It's my favorite Marvel movie.
Is Bohemian more of a concert movie than Vox Lux?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Vox Lux, and that's also on my list, by the way. But Vox Lux is a concert film for the last 15 or 20 minutes of the movie, but it's a lot as where the Bohemian Rhapsody is peppered in throughout the entire film.
And the last 15, 20 minutes
And the
of
last,
the movie.
exactly. So I would probably give that title because it's more of a really hardcore drama, Vox Lux, but it's up there. But right now, I put Bohemian Rhapsody. I love the movie. I really disconnected with the critics on this one. It looked like the fans really enjoyed it, so I was happy to see
so
that.
with you.
Real quick around the room, just before we go to calls and tweets.
Yeah.
Was there a movie?
Because you don't want to know mine.
Oh, you didn't go yet. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's okay.
Because you're going to drop the bomb. Go ahead, and then I'll ask mine later. I'll have mine
all
after us.
Let's brace ourselves.
All right, here we go.
It's only a bomb because it's doing so poorly on Rotten Tomatoes.
What does it have on Rotten Tomatoes?
I think it has like a 17%. We'll have to look it up.
Wow.
My favorite movie of the year, I think hands down, without question, is Life Itself. It's the Dan Fogelman movie.
I knew you
who
were gonna
does
go there as soon
This
as
Is
you
Us.
said that.
But it's not to be. I know everybody in the chat right now in the comments. She wants to be controversial. She's just trying to give a
Scott.
different take.
Yeah.
Whatever. It affected me the most by far and away. I hadn't seen storytelling like it. I thought it was so deeply moving, and there were so many different stories that I connected to and different moments in my life. It was as close to perfect as a movie could be for me. I cannot stop thinking about it. I can't wait till I can
Now,
see it again.
I'm going to say, like, just by you talking about this, because when Perry, when she came
Perry
back from
hated
TIFF,
it.
I mean, she hasn't talked this poorly about a movie that I've known her.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you talked about it so highly. I'm just like, this is so polarizing. I have to see it.
I
Should we
don't
have a
think-
Perry
And I love
debate
This
now
Is
or
Us.
no? Because you're having
I
a
mean,
conversation.
I don't care.
It's just because
we have a different opinion?
No, because I don't want to poop on your moment. You're having it's
No,
your movie.
It's okay for her to dislike it. I'm happier that she disliked it than she didn't care. You know, like the fact that she was like, she hated it so much.
hated it.
That made me feel better
Riley,
because it's an opinion-invoking movie.
See if Perry's out there.
Because none of you guys have seen it, right? Anybody in the booth?
No, anybody see it?
I've seen it.
That's why I want to have.
I saw it.
And what did you think, Alex?
Oh, in one ear, out the other. I liked Antonio Banderas a lot.
Yeah, he was great.
Is she out there?
His long 10, 15-minute monologue was unbelievable.
Yeah, I just.